However, I need to recognize a few guys that are here tonight on behalf of me. Phil Jones, Willie Scroggs, Don Zimmerman, and Richie Meade. Three of those are sitting over here. Richie couldn't be here tonight. They're the ones that had to convince the committee that I was worthy of this honor. When you get a banker, two coaches who have won 6 national championships between them, and the former head coach of the U.S. Naval Academy, I'd say I had the deck stacked in my favor. I'd also like to thank the committee and their hard work putting this evening together. This doesn't happen by itself. A round of applause for them, please. This honor is very humbling and at the same time gives me great pride. Anytime I can be included in the same mix with former inductees like Daffy Russell, Henry Ciccarone, Al Larimore, and Okie O'Connor, and Buddy Beardmore, I'm in with a pretty good group of guys. And anytime I can be included in the same club with such great lacrosse players as Alan Pastrana, Brian Wood, John Lehman, Jack Schofield, Mike Burnett, Eddie Mullen, and now Josh, I'm in some rarefied air, I'll tell you that. Now, I did wrestle, and I didn't have this in my notes, but someone showed up tonight that I got to tell you about. Lloyd Keyser's sitting over there, and Lloyd was one of the first guys inducted into this Hall of Fame. And Lloyd was a silver medalist in wrestling. I wasn't even close to that. I wasn't even in his league, but Lloyd, I'm honored that you're here. Thank you. Scotty, you'll be happy to know that Lloyd is the reason I went to Hopkins. That's a whole nother story. We'll talk about that some other time. But I need to give you some background as to how I got here. Growing up in rural South River Park outside Annapolis, it was a community of probably 100 homes. All the kids were either born pre-World War I or pre-World War II or post-World War II. Almost took us out a little too far there. We were the true baby boomers. Most all of the fathers were in the war, and when they came back, they were heavy drinkers, they were heavy smokers, and they were incredibly hard workers. I learned that hard work was expected from everyone. That's just what you did. You helped your neighbor, you helped your friends. These were life lessons at the time that became part of one's makeup. I did not know that at the time, but this was just bred in me. I learned other important life lessons as well while growing up in South River Park. I have an older brother, John. Right over there, John. Stay much older, by the way. As kids, we would have pickup football games and baseball games, just depending on the season. We called all the guys together one day and said, let's have a baseball game down at the community field. Sure enough, we arrived down at the field, and there's another group of guys on that field, but they're not from our community. Well, my brother, being the older, more mature, and the negotiator that he is, goes up to the leader of their gang and says, why don't we fight for it? I'm thinking, this is good. He's 16, I'm about 10. The guy he's talking to is about 14. I remember this because he was very tall. As you can tell, I'm not very tall. And he says, yeah, let's fight for it. And the other guy goes, oh, okay. And he goes, look, I'll tell you what, just to make it fair, you can fight my little brother over there. Huh? I'm as shocked as you are. He goes, yeah. He goes, now, here come the life lessons. He goes, come over here. He goes, now first, take your shirt off. If you go home with a ripped shirt, Mom's going to kill you. Life lesson number 1, motivation. And then he says, next, your only chance against this guy is to get him on the ground and get your licks in. Life lesson number 2, preparation. And don't lose this fight. You got 12 guys here that want to play baseball now. Life lesson number 3, fear of failure. I take a few shots in the face, take him down to the ground, I get one punch in, and he quits. And I go, what the heck? Lloyd, I think that was the beginning of my wrestling career. Seriously. Anyway, my athletic career was actually a lot of karma. Here I am, a little 10th grader, going out for the wrestling team at Annapolis High School. By this time, I figured it was much better to fight guys your own size. On this team is Alan Pastrana. Alan's here tonight. a former inductee, who proceeds to go through his senior year without getting a point scored against him. Now that's setting the bar pretty high. And the work ethic that Alan did, everybody copied. You just wanted to imitate that. You knew what it took. Everywhere I turned, I was with outstanding teams and outstanding individuals. I go out for the lacrosse team, and that team goes on a 33-game winning streak, longest in public school history at the time. Some of those players are in attendance tonight. Dave Roberts, your dad, Bill Sims, Alan Pastrana, Bill Busick, and a lot of these guys go on to Division I, big-time lacrosse. And when you associate with people that achieve goals and records like that, you just naturally go to the same work ethic that they do to continue that work ethic in your own performance. But all of this doesn't happen without good coaches that care about their players and instill that same work ethic. And I have to thank coaches like Daffy Russell, Mike Ballas, Dick Perrette, and my wrestling and lacrosse coach in high school, Mr. Ronnie Wolf, right over there. But the karma continues. I go to Hopkins, and as a freshman, when you can't play varsity sports, and by the way, I got to tell you, we played with wooden sticks then. We didn't have those nice sticks that you guys have. And we have a varsity team that beats Navy for the first time in like 10 years and goes on to win the national championship. And I'm a freshman. This group of people goes on to win 3 more national championships that I was lucky enough to be a part of. And some of those players are here tonight, and I'd like to recognize them. Willie Scroggs, Phil Knight, Dave Roberts, and Billy Donovan. They were all on those teams. And it doesn't stop there. This team was coached by Bob Scott. Scotty's here tonight. Glad, where are you, Scotty? There you are. Who has 7 national championships to his name. Once again, I'm in elite company. With Scotty, it was all about attitude and mental preparation. I've never seen such scouting reports in preparation for a game. It carries over into your life. Always have the positive attitude and be prepared. He always told us never fear the opponent, but respect the opponent. And know that any time they can beat you if you don't come out mentally ready to play. Well, then I decided to go out for football. Many of the same lacrosse players are playing football. This team goes on to win 3 conference championships. And we're coached by one of the best football minds in the game. Coach Alex Sotier is here tonight with his wife, Mitzi, right here. He excelled at getting us mentally and physically ready for every game. I can recall an incident or two when I may have made a slight mental error on the field and suddenly found myself peering out of the ear hole of my helmet, while Coach reminded me of my error in judgment. But Alex always had some twist on offensive scheme that always helped us score more touchdowns. I thought he was brilliant. As a matter of fact, he actually saved football at Hopkins. If he hadn't had the record that he had while he was there, Hopkins was going to drop football. And I would say many football players owe you a great debt of gratitude, Coach. But now I have to brag on myself a little bit. There's one thing that I do best, and that's pick friends. And I think all my people here tonight will agree that the best friend I ever picked was 35 years ago when I married my wife, Trudy, and who is the mother of our fine 2 young sons, Brad and Lee. I picked the winner there, didn't I, Coach? But over the years, whether I've met you in high school, college, playing golf, tennis, poker, hunting, it doesn't matter. You've made my life fuller by helping me be a better person, a better husband, a better father, and I hope you help me be a better grandfather. On behalf of you and what you mean to me, I accept this award. Thank you.